Good evening, folks. I have a record here that I obtained through a Missouri Sunshine Law request that I want to share with you. I believe that this record and the supporting documents that I'm going to share with you implicate Matt Robinson, the superintendent of the Cameron R1 School District, of willfully and deliberately violating the Missouri Sunshine Law to cover the district's tracks and to cover his own wrongdoing. I will show you supporting documents and I'm going to make my case here. So, what we're looking at is an edited version of a record that they sent to me. And I'm going to be clear and up front because I have. I, Let me explain. On this document, everywhere that you see black, this was a redaction that was made by the district. They sent me this document 2 times so far without properly redacting personal information. I've reached out to them for the third copy. They haven't given it to me yet. I want to make this video, so I have taken on their responsibility and remove personal identifiable information from this record. I have removed the personal cell phone for the high school principal and the email address for Mr. Andy Henry. And my redactions are done in red. Black is the district and red is mine. No, let's cut right to the mustard here. These black redactions are not done by the district. These black redactions are made by Superintendent Matt Robinson, and I can prove that. So I reached out to the school district today and I asked Miss Walker, because I've asked 3 times now for a properly redacted public record. And I wanted to communicate directly with that person to try to get a redacted copy that I can share. Anyway, I asked who is doing it. Ms. Walker said Mr. Robinson is redacting this document. So Mr. Robinson is the one that has made all of the redactions on this document that I'm showing you that are in black. This is his work, personally done by Superintendent Matt Robinson. And there's a lot in this document. There's multiple implications that the district is violating Missouri Sunshine Law. Tonight I'm going to stick just to Matt Robinson. Let me make my case here. So again, red, that's me. That was Mr. Erdman's cell phone. I've removed it. Here is the first redaction. The first 2 redactions done by Matt Robinson that implicate him in wrongdoing, I believe. I don't believe that Matt Robinson looked at the document after he redacted it and scanned it. When they put it on the scanner to create the PDF, you see what happened here. It was able to pull the original text out of that document. So you can see the original text and you can see the black marker that they used to redact it. I don't think he knows that he sent me something that I could read. So what we're looking at here is a Google document. This is the link to that document. And this was sent, let me back out so I can show you, on the 11th of April by Mr. Erdman, and this is going to the entire book review committee of 5 people. And he's giving them instructions. They're getting ready to take their vote to meet, hint, hint, this is coming later in another video, to discuss, review, and then vote on these books. He sent the link to this file. Mr. Robinson redacted the link to that file. And by the way, this is not a lawful redaction according to the Sunshine Law. There are instances that they can redact something. It has to be a protected personal information type thing. So name of minors, names of victims, personal identifiable numbers and dates of birth, addresses, phone numbers, email addresses, personal email addresses, things like that that they are obligated to protect, they can redact. The name of a file for a public document that they are required by law to make available to you and I doesn't fall under that law to be legally redacted. Mr. Robinson, you broke the law here. This is a violation of law. You can't do that. Why is he doing it though? I think that I haven't seen this document yet because I can't make out whatever this is. I've not sat down yet, but I'm asked anyway. Let me cut to the chase here. Back in June, I submitted an official Missouri Sunshine Law request to the custodian of records, Kelly Walker, and Matt Robinson, and I asked for the vote of the book review committee on that first 5 books. Matt Robinson, in an official document, a legal document here, tells me they do not have records of votes taken that are responsive to your Sunshine Law request. So one of two things have gone on here. Either this is a lie and he just didn't want to come off of the records, or they have gone back through and they've destroyed records because they don't want me to get my hands on them. And if he destroyed the record because he doesn't want me to get my hands on it, this would implicate the fact that they have destroyed a record. Or the record still exists, but he doesn't want me to know to be able to prove that Matt Robinson lied when he said that record doesn't exist. I won't know until we see this document. That is what I suspect is going on. So the other redaction by Mr. Matt Robinson that is of interest. Andy Henry again, I did that, it's in red. Here's the other one. This one came again from Mr. Erdman, and it was dated the 31st of July. And he's talking about finishing up a couple of books so that they can vote on them and then send the findings to me and Dr. Robinson. Okay? Once again, if we zoom in, I'm able to read. So, Mr. Erdman told the book review committee, I did speak with Dr. Robinson last week, and he said we no longer have to put the results of the votes in the letter I send to Heath Gilbert. Why would he redact that? Well, they know that I want the records of the votes because I have told them I want to see all of the records of everything to do with the book review committee. Matt Robinson, not a lawyer, I'm not a prosecutor. I admit that. My take on what is occurring here, in my opinion, Matt Robinson instructed Jason Erdman to not follow the Missouri Sunshine Law and to keep records of their vote intentionally from me. Matt Robinson redacted this statement because it is damning. Because he knows if I saw this, that I would make it public knowledge. Matt Robinson instructed the principal to not comply with the law. This committee, when they voted by this Google form, they also violated the law. And Mr. Henry, you're a law enforcement officer, sir. How many times have you told people ignorance of the law is not an excuse? I bet it's several. You participated in what I believe to be a violation of the Missouri Sunshine Law. Matt Robinson, you should be ashamed. I hope now, finally, that the Board of Education will go back and look at all of my previous complaints where I have alleged that Matt Robinson is willfully disobeying and ignoring the Missouri Sunshine Law to keep records from me that would implicate him in violation of policy or law. Matt Robinson has just shown you that he does that very thing. You have dismissed every other instance of me saying that he's doing this. I've got proof. It's time for accountability. Hold this man accountable.